General, thank you for interview, for your report. Your report was very, very interesting concerning the capture of elite, yeah? For Ukrainian and for all the world, for many countries, this question is very actual. What countries did you research and your team researched in this report, in this topic, I don't know?
We looked at 4 countries and did as the so-called deep dive case studies. And one was Uganda, one was Mexico, one was Afghanistan, and the 4th was Ukraine.
Ukraine. What are the general tendency you saw? What are, despite the country, what are the main tendency, main common thing for all countries we see? Why you chose these countries?
Well, each one was chosen for a different reason, but broadly, what brings the 4 case studies together, it's all about the question of elite capture of the security forces. Now, in the case of Ukraine, the unique problem that was looked at there wasn't really with the security forces, but was with the security sector. So looking at the judicial sector of Ukraine.
General, can you tell me why this capture elite happened now? Why you decided to do this research now, or just a coincidence?
No, it's a great question. I think an important reason for this study is the world has changed so much over the last 30 years. So for the United States, 9/11 was a defining moment. And at that point in time, then we launched the so-called War on Terror. At that same time, though, we didn't have geopolitical rivals of the nature that China poses today, Russia poses, and particular regions of the world now are really being governed by great power politics. So then to the question of why this study now, it's because the United States, as we look at ourselves as a global power, we don't have the ability to maintain large number of forces around the world. So security assistance now becomes, let's call it a strategic economy of force. And we need to think hard about the premises of our security assistance programs. One of the big problems is elite capture. And so this is, to get to the question then, I think really driven by great power competition.
Yeah, I have 2 last questions. One concerning Afghanistan and one concerning my country. Concerning Afghanistan, you served 2.5 years as ambassador. That period from 2009 to 2011, was it already formed the new Afghani elite or no? Or just was a process of creation new one?
It, as we look back on it now, with hindsight and with the wisdom of being able to look back, it was a group of elites that existed prior to the rise of the Taliban. Indeed, part of the rise of the Taliban in the 1990s, late 1990s, part of their success was then going against corrupt elites who were vanquished from power.
Like weapon.
And when the United States then came to Afghanistan after 9/11, then a lot of those elites were brought in to the United States Confederation.
Okay, understand. And concerning Ukrainian, answering my question during the panel session, you said that there was a significant success in persuading of senior staff of Ukrainian army to be not Soviet, I would say. I was very diplomatic. So what significance, what success did you see, not maybe as an independent expert, in Ukrainian security sector concerning changes of elite?
So one success I could talk about is the change in the Ukrainian armed forces leadership and the way that they approach then mission command. So under the old Soviet model, very top-down, very rigid. And the security assistance programs that began in 2014 with NATO, with the United States, it emphasizes then the delegation of authorities to junior leaders down to the non-commissioned officer level. So that's had a profound impact on Ukraine's ability then to fight against the Russian invasion.
Yeah,
then
undoubtedly.
You look at the Russian command structure, it's very hierarchical, top-down, and the Ukrainian armed forces have proven to be extremely agile. So that is a big security assistance success story. Maybe a cautionary note, though, as we talk about this question of elite capture, with a lot of money now pouring into Ukraine, which is needed for development, for security assistance, for the international community, Ukraine's allies and friends, and for the Ukrainian people to keep an eye on this.
Thank you. I will keep an eye.
Okay, thank you. Me too.